Hello everyone, and welcome to the Grief Burrito Podcast. I am your host, Harrison Wild, and this is Spooky Burrito number 3. You all voted for it. You wanted to know all about the time-traveling Donald Trump and the conspiracy behind it. So let's get in there. Let's dive in. First of all, we're going to hit a little bit of game news, a bit of movie news, and then straight after that, it's time to wrap that foil right around your dome. It's going to get spooky. Play that song, baby! I don't know if I'm ready for this. You ready for this? I don't even know.
Oh, right, yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Spooky Burrito 3.
I know, so spooky.
I am Harrison Wild, and to my left is...
Jonathan Roscoe,
The man.
otherwise known as Sir Clarence the Naughty.
Yes.
Yeah. The third, sorry.
The third
yeah.
of Benchmark.
My forebearers were naughty also.
Yes. So,
let's metal version.
Slap right straight
slap
in.
our thighs.
Straight into game news. It's time for us to talk about games. New ones. Games.
Did I mention that they're new?
Ooh, that was a firm crotch rub.
Yeah.
So, have you heard any game news?
Yes.
Tell me.
No. I'm going to tell the listeners, but not tell you.
Okay, I'll mute myself.
Yeah, exactly. Microsoft and Sony are teaming up.
Yes.
The enemies are becoming frenemies.
Franz.
Yes, fronds. They're
Yes.
becoming leaf fronds.
Yeah.
I identify as a leaf now.
Leaf.
They're teaming up to work on cloud services and AI. And Microsoft are using their Azure AI, which is quite incredible. I've seen some stuff they do.
I haven't seen any of that stuff.
Oh, you should get on it.
I'm on it.
Go over to Microsoft right now and demand to see their Azure
Let me
fronds.
get on your AI.
I want to get on your AI.
So what are they doing? What kind of... When you say you're making AI stuff?
It's kind of a little bit hush-hush, nose, tap, wink.
You can tell
rub
me.
your knees. No, I can't tell you.
You can tell me.
They all have Huawei phones, they're listening.
Who are we?
Who are we? I don't know. Who are we? We are Grief Burrito.
We are Grief Burrito.
Yeah, so it's all a bit hush-hush at the moment, but they've announced that they're teaming up.
Okay.
Which I think is super cool.
Yeah, that's
Because
exciting.
what we alluded to last week in the Future of Gaming episode, I think the age of the console is dying.
Yeah, it seems that way.
And I think they know that because obviously you got Steam, have got their new platform coming out, you've got the complete streaming gaming stuff like we talked about.
So is Nintendo going to be sat in the corner holding on?
Well, I think Nintendo can manage to pull it off though.
They could do it if
I
someone
still
can.
think there's a world for handheld consoles.
Yes.
Because people always have something in their hand, whether
Which-
it's a DS, a Switch, or a dick,
penis,
or somebody
yeah.
else's dick, or some boobies, or some burritos. Yes. But handheld devices are still a thing.
And obviously with Nintendo having their main console as a handheld as well.
Yeah, super smart move.
Yeah.
Absolute smart move.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm still not sure on the VR Labo, but you know.
Skeptical.
Yeah, spectacles.
Skepticals and what?
I'm skeptical about those spectacles.
Yeah.
Oh, I won't say that for vodka.
No.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool.
It is.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with it, and especially with the rumoured PlayStation 5 specs and rumoured Microsoft Xbox. What was it called?
Scarlet,
yeah. The Xbox Scarlett Johansson.
Yes.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
she's got a bald head.
I know that... What?
Mad Max.
That's not Scarlett
That was
Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson, was
No,
it?
that's...
Charlize Theron.
Good God.
Oh, gosh.
Mixing up your beautiful people.
I know, right? I'd turn straight for Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Especially in Mad Max.
Yeah.
Give me that shaved head and that wacky arm I need.
And that robot hand.
Yep. Anyway.
Yeah, I know that with Sony teaming up with Marvel also, they've been working on a new game.
Yes.
Which is the
That's
Predator.
good, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, PlayStation.
Yeah, no, they're working on a new game of the Predator, which was announced, I think it was either yesterday or this morning. And it's going to take the route of...
Marvel?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because they own Fox, which is 20th Century Fox's Predator.
Yeah,
So it's all rolling together now. I that didn't make sense to me either when I first read it. I was like, what?
I don't know, the Predator's going to fight, Xavier or something.
Maybe, that'd be cool. There actually is an Alien versus Predator versus Terminator comic.
Really?
Yeah, there is, yeah. I've read one of them.
See,
I'll try and find them.
If it was Alien versus Terminator, I'd understand because you've got the risk of acid blow.
Yeah, and it's Alien versus Batman as well.
Alien versus Batman?
Yeah.
Not Predator versus
Batman. No.
Oh.
That was an old comic though. I remember seeing it in Waterstones years ago. Yeah, so they seem to be going down the route of Dead by Daylight, where you've got one player playing as a serial killer
Yeah.
and the other players as survivors. So with this Predator game, they seem to be doing one player plays as the Predator and the other guys play
They've
as
done that before.
Marines.
I think they did it with Marines. I think it was called Predator Alien Marines, wasn't it?
Colonial Marines.
Colonial Marines.
That was a
yeah.
disaster, that
It
game.
was a disaster,
Everyone hated
yeah,
it. Apparently, it was
yeah.
terrible. And I do know that Bruce Campbell today has confirmed a fully immersive Evil Dead game.
Ah, Brucey.
Yeah,
Elf
good old
Bruce,
Brucey.
Ash.
So that's going to be presumably VR.
Did you ever play the previous Evil Dead games? They were quite old now. I think
No,
they were on
no.
PlayStation 1. I'm sure one of them was based on Fistful of Boomstick.
Such a good name.
It's a great name, isn't it? Like, I want a Fistful of Boomstick.
Yeah. Sounds filthy.
Don't get my boomstick.
And another little exciting piece of game news is the Skyrim modders. That we love that community.
The Smodders.
The Smodders. I don't particularly like Skyrim. Never been a fan.
What?
I know. I just couldn't get into it. I don't really like Bethesda games. I like Doom.
Well, it's good because they don't like you either.
That's fine. I'm all okay
Very
with it.
mutual.
Not that they're not good. You know, they look good, but it's just not my kind of thing.
Yeah.
They've actually they've added the Starbucks cup item after the Game of Thrones blooper.
Amazing.
So you'll find that now on tables.
Randomly.
Yeah, throughout places.
I didn't see it, you know, because I didn't
on the
know
second
which
watch you
scene-
did.
I didn't know where it was going to be.
It's right in the center of the screen. It's
That's the
really
weird
bad.
thing.
Yeah.
It's like, did you ever see that video years ago of those people playing basketball, and you had to count how many times they passed the ball, and you didn't notice the gorilla that walked
I
right
remember
through.
that. Yeah,
And then when you tell somebody it happened, they're like, "No, it didn't."
yeah.
'Cause
Hang on.
I didn't see that.
Darren Brown did a similar thing on
did.
stage, and then he was the gorilla at the end,
Yeah.
and he was like, "What? How did that? What?"
Because he just you look like he
Yeah.
kind of steps behind that easel. Marry me, Darren,
Wonderful man.
please.
I do have also a little bit of movie news.
Yes,
We have our new Batman.
we do.
Robert
Interesting.
Pattinson. Yeah, interesting choice.
Interesting.
And it seems that they're going to be using Catwoman and the Penguin as villains. Again.
Good. That'd be interesting to see Penguin. Because I always kind of wondered what Christopher Nolan would have done with Penguin.
Yeah, he's one of the more, I don't want to say unrealistic enemies. Or
But a
villains,
bit more
but he's-
fantastical.
Yeah. He's a
Because
little,
he's quite deformed. And
yeah.
I wonder if they'll get, what's he called? The guy who plays Tyrion Lannister.
Oh, that would be interesting.
That'd be cool. Because fantastic actor.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he uses his height to his advantage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, not...
Because it's Danny
No, I'm
DeVito,
not-
the original, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm not trying to say it because he's small, he should play Penguin. I'm
No.
saying that he would bring something to that role, definitely.
Yeah, he's a great actor, isn't he?
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see what he does after Game of Thrones.
I think a lot of them are going to have many options.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
a lot of people have kicked off about the Robert Pattinson choice.
Well, I think recently...
His newer films are supposed to be quite good.
I think
away
recently
from
it's very
Twilight.
easy to get angry about
Yeah.
or, worked up about.
Or write a petition to change everything.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, people kicked off when Heath Ledger was,
The Joker. Yeah.
cast as Joker, and when Ben Affleck was cast as
Batman.
Batman. Where is she? Because I was having this very discussion last night. I was saying that with them two, I wasn't concerned because their background in films has always been gold. Well, maybe not Ben Affleck. We won't talk about Pearl Harbor. It's awful
I've never
film.
seen that one.
Oh, it's dreadful.
I believe so.
It's basically like a gay romance with no gayness in it.
All right.
Yeah, him and Matt Damon. Matt Damon.
Those were always in films together.
Yeah, they
weren't
were. Yeah. But anyway, Heath Ledger had done loads of things like Bareback Mountain. Sorry, Brokeback Mountain. Loads of things like A Knight's Tale. I think it was A Knight's Tale.
Knight's Tale,
yeah. A brilliant film. And just loads of really good films. And you knew he could act. And same with Ben Affleck when he released Argo. Have you seen
Brilliant
Argo?
film. Yeah,
it's
great
incredible film. Directed by him, won him an Oscar.
True story as well,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
based on a true story, yeah. And incredible. I didn't even know about that story
No,
until
I
that
hadn't
came
heard
out. I knew they both had credit. They were both capable of delivering it. So when it was announced with them and everyone was going, oh my God, Ben Affleck can't play Batman, I was like, just wait, give it a chance.
He was the best thing about the
Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
No, I love Superman and I loved Man of Steel and I didn't think Batman vs Superman was that bad, but I'm a huge Superman fanboy. I'm a rarity these days because everybody loves Marvel or Spider-Man or Batman, whereas Superman's always been my hero.
Yeah. See, Spider-Man's my jam.
Yeah.
Well, ever since I was a little kid, I always used to watch cartoons.
Same with me with Superman. Growing up watching Christopher Reeves as Superman.
Yeah. I
And-
even
and
had
Smallville
a
and-
web shooter
Did you?
that you put silly string in.
Like, shoot the internet.
Yeah, and no, you could put silly string in the wrist thing, and when you shot it, it fired silly string like web.
I think I had one of them. Yeah, it had a little handle thing, didn't it? Yeah. I think I remember that. Yeah, so I'm a bit biased when it comes to Superman films. I'll watch anything with the Man of Steel in it. I'd watch him read a phone book and then rip it in half, throw it at Lex Luthor's head. Yeah, Ben Affleck was the saving grace of those films.
He was,
and he was so corrupt and violent, and
he was.
Anyway, we've kind of gone off track, but
That's all right, yeah.
With Robert Pattinson though, as Cedric Diggory, Cedric Diggory, I can never say his name. He was brilliant.
Yeah.
In Twilight,
I watched like the first 5 minutes of the first one. Oh no, sorry, maybe 10 minutes, and I was just like,
oh, you give it a chance. You give it a chance then.
Yeah, I was like, everyone's raving about it. It was on like Sky Movies or something. It was not good.
I didn't mind it, But it has an audience, and it's teenagers, and because it's about romance, young love,
Sparkly young boys.
Yeah. What the fuck was the glitter for? I don't get it. But anyway, so I don't know what he's bringing to Batman.
I was hoping.
Where's his credits?
Because it seems like they are going to do Bruce Wayne again. And I was really hoping that after our chat last time that they were going to do Batman Beyond, where it's not Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is an old man and it's about his sort of predecessor.
Yeah.
No.
Successor,
sorry, yeah.
Protege.
Yeah, protege. And it's a young guy and it's sort of set in, not the future, but it's further, maybe 50 years from now. So
that is still the future.
Yeah. No, I don't mean like sci-fi future, sorry.
Yeah.
It's sort of 50 years from now, so he's more technologically advanced than the other Batman was. And we've never seen that. I would like to see that.
Yeah, no, that'd be... I'm doing that thing again where I go, yeah, no.
Yeah, no. You do that a lot. I have to cut that out so much. You go, yeah, no.
Just cut the no bit.
Yeah, and then I can make you agree with me or disagree however I want the podcast to go.
See, it's fake news. This whole podcast is fake news.
I'm so glad you got into that because that leads us nicely into our spooky burrito.
Oh, can I quickly do something first, or do you want to do it afterwards?
No, go on, you can do it now.
I've got some names.
Right. Some names.
Give you some context. I have to find them on my phone because I downloaded it.
I'm glad you got your phone because you're going to need it for the spooky part.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That sounds interesting.
Hold up, listeners, because we are going to get spooky soon.
Oh, okay. Right, here we go. So, I was stumbling across the internet yesterday morning, browsing Twitter, as you do, generally waking up out of bed. I was laid in bed, and somebody posted a tweet saying, and I can't remember the tweet, but I downloaded the image, saying, these are all genuine, current lacrosse player names.
Okay.
All right. So you already know this is going to be.
No,
you don't even know. You do not even know. Trust me.
I've not seen this.
So this is the men's team. Okay. Right. The first one, I'm guessing A means attack, and he plays for John Hopkins, but his name is Shackleford Stanwyck.
Shackleford, come for dinner.
Shackleford Stanwyck. The next one is Quinn Commandant.
These can't be real names.
Honestly, I checked. They're fucking real names. They're real. Quinn Commandant. Declan Smartwood. This one I'm really confused about. Ivy Stucker Senior. But it's Ivy as in like an IV drip. Not Ivy.
Not Ivy's in the plant.
No. Ivy Stucker Senior. There's a junior somewhere.
Yeah.
Holden Rosengrupp.
These are like the most middle-class white names. Like, I can imagine all these people in the exact same, like, blue blazers with their striped ties and same crew blonde haircut.
In midfield, we've got Dar Sleeper.
Oh.
Dar Sleeper from Michigan.
Oh, Michigan.
Yeah, it's got FR after him. So it's not senior, not junior. I think he's just French.
Yeah, he's just French.
Just French.
Yeah.
Dar Sleeper. My favourite one, Sky Dupree. That sounds like something you'd order. Like, yes. Can I get the car in Sky Dupree, please?
Our special today are pan-fried shrimp and Sky Dupree.
Or Taggart Emma. You don't believe these are really?
They're the wrong way round. It should be Emma Taggart. Taggart is a last name.
There's been a murder.
It's a matter.
Any of our foreign listeners will not get that.
That's a series
an
in the UK.
old TV show called Taggart. Dallas Creamer.
Yes. Yep. That sounds like, a sex move.
It sounds like a sex move or some food. Like, can I order the large Dallas Creamer?
It's like a coffee. It's a kind of coffee that you get in Texas.
Yeah. Colby Hamwee.
Show me how you spell that, please.
Hamwey. Junior. Then you got the second team. I can't even say it. Wheaton Jack Boyce.
Wheaton.
And then you got Caden Nightlighter.
That's cool. That's a superhero.
That's a cool name. That's a cool name.
Nightlighter.
The Nightlighter. Witten McCoon.
That sounds like you're doing something.
Yeah.
Like beating raccoons out your garden.
Con curry. That just sounds like you're eating chili con carne and curry. You could decide. So I'm going to go for a con curry.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Could take that.
Gage Barber.
Yes.
Gage. Well, I think it's Gage. Gaige.
Yeah, Gage.
Gage Barber. Mm. Oh, well, you've heard about that new haircut down the road. I think it's a bit of a Gage Barber. I think it's one of them gay barbers. Yeah. Range Schamberger.
Oh, just...
Schamberger.
To be honest... If you're having a baby and your last name is Schamberger, I don't think there's many...
If you do not call it hamburger, I'd be very...
Hamburger, Schamberger.
Oh, that'd be brilliant.
Sorry if any of our listeners have that last name.
And I'm sorry if any of these people are listening. Maybe
get in touch.
Maybe, please do.
We'll have you on the show.
Sky Dupree, get in touch.
Yeah, please.
And then the last one, Hampton Brannan.
Ah.
Which sounds like an area. I live in the Hamptons. Well, the Hamptons is an area.
The Hamptons, it is, yeah.
It's in New York, is it?
I think so.
But Hampton Brannan, yeah. It feels like he's got a monogram.
It does, I bet it does.
On his socks.
A little HB.
Yeah, HB.
Fancy man.
Hard black.
Yes.
That's the type of pencil, by the way, not adult material.
Yes. Well,
there you go. So there's some Lacrosse team
thank you for
people
that.
name for you. Yeah.
Lacrosse Burrito. coming at
Lacrosse
you,
Burrito, yeah.
all up in your brains. Right, are you ready?
Oh, I'm scared.
Are you ready?
I'm spooking.
This week, this spooky was voted for by the Twitterverse.
By the Twitterverse?
I gave them options. I said, would you like to hear about the Stanley Hotel, which is what The Shining's based on?
Yes.
I said, would you like to hear about the man from Torad?
Oh, I don't know that.
Have you not heard that one? Right,
No.
don't look it up because I'll do that for my next spooky.
Okay.
Some of you may know that. Another interesting story. It's a shorter one, that one, though. So it's
Size doesn't matter.
might be hard to... Yeah, it's a dense story. It's girthy. And then my final option to you guys was time-traveling Donald Trump.
Oh, no, this sounds wonderful.
Which you all voted for. And a strong...
I am
I think it was
excited.
67, 70%. So, let's get down to it.
Oh, Donald Trump's a fucking Gallifreyan.
Play that spooky intro.
Buckle up to your seats.
Oh, no, don't.
It's time
Is it? What time is it?
for spooky
Spooky.
burrito.
Stop it now. I'm actually dead scared.
Oh.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm so excited.
So, in the 1800s, a lawyer and writer by the name of Ingersoll Lockwood,
Did you play lacrosse?
he did, so, wrote a book called Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey.
What?
I mean, obviously, you've heard of his other books.
And this is, but just point out to the listeners, this is all true. Like, well,
Yeah,
true this is all
It's
readable
all
on
true,
the internet.
and you can find
It's not a story
you
you've
can
made
find
up.
these real books. You can go and find them.
Yeah. So there's not a story you've made up.
Nope.
Just if anybody's
No.
listened to a spooky video for the first time.
No, this is all real, all
Yep.
genuine. I spent quite a few days researching all of this.
You loved it.
Yeah. So, Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey.
Right.
And I mean, obviously you've heard of his other books, Travels and Adventures of Little Baron Trump and his wonderful dog Bulger.
Oh, Bulger.
Extraordinary Experiences of Little Captain Doppelkop on the Shores of
What did you
Bubbleland.
just call me?
Exactly.
Double cock.
Doppelcock.
Okay.
And obviously, the classic Wonderful Deeds and Doings of Little Giant Boab and his talking raven Tabib.
What?
And do you know how hard that is to say fast? I had to
Little
practice.
giant tabib.
Little Giant Boab.
Boab.
But Boabs are giant trees as far as I'm aware.
Oh, Boab, yeah, of course.
and his
yeah.
little raven Tabib.
Right.
Now, you may say to yourself, well, Trump is a common last name in the old timies.
It is.
And yeah, you wouldn't be wrong. It's a common last name.
Well,
God,
I'm
I'm
worried
just
about
reading
this
the next
pause.
couple of bits and I can't believe it. But do you know the name of Donnie Trump's youngest son? Please pull out your phone
Let me have a look.
and do me your searchings.
Let me have a look. Right, okay.
It's going to be an interactive episode, guys.
Donald Trump. It's hard to get my phone not to auto-correct
Yeah.
the word Donald Trump to twat. Youngest
Youngest son.
age. Okay, what age? Baron William Trump.
There you go. Baron Trump.
Spelled with a double R as well.
Mm,
Right.
okay.
His
So-
only child with Melania Trump.
There you go. So in this story, Baron Trump is a boastful, spoilt, and wealthy young man living in a place called Castle Trump. Okay.
Oh, I'm interested
But his
already.
real adventures begin when a hidden manuscript is found written by, and I quote, the master of all masters.
Okay.
Baron claims the manuscript and it guides him and inspires him to travel to Russia.
Right.
Okay. Where he finds a portal that allows him to travel to other lands.
This is all real.
This is all real. The name of that writer, of that master, is Don.
No, shut
James
up.
Don. Yes.
So the guy who wrote the book that the kid found,
Mm.
and the kid went to Russia. What?
The name of the person in the story who writes the manuscript is called Don. Now, this book claimed that young Baron found the portal, which was located in Russia, and we all know that Trump loves Russia,
What, exactly.
loves Putin,
Exactly.
and his wife is also from Yugoslavia, which used to be in the Soviet Union.
It did,
Mhm.
yes.
Now, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going
Okay.
to go on to the guy's next story.
Right, okay. Okay.
So 4 years later, in 1896, Ingersoll, after playing his many lacrosse games,
Yeah, of course.
wrote another book titled The Last President.
Oh.
Mm.
When was this? When was this?
This is 1896.
Yeah.
And here, my friend, is where it gets weird. Buckle that belt up, stick on your foil hat.
Yep.
Going on a time jump.
Go on. Oh, I'm scared.
This sequel novel is about a very wealthy man who lives on 5th Avenue in New York, who ran for president.
No.
However, he was not expected to win, and nor was it likely.
Shut up.
Now, Jono, please be a dear and check on your phone the address of Trump Tower.
Don't do this.
Do it.
Don't do it.
Don't even.
Trump Tower. 725 Fifth Avenue, New York. What? That's crazy.
I know. Now,
What?
this man ends up winning the election. And when he does, crowds of people march down Fifth Avenue towards the hotel protesting, which we actually saw in real life.
We did.
We did. Please, Jono,
No.
pull up your cellular phoning device and search for the Vice President of the US of A. Tell the people his name.
Vice President. I actually know it is, but yeah.
Well, you can just say it out loud if you want.
Mike Pence.
Thank you very much. Vice President Mike Pence.
His dad was called Mike Pennies.
So in the book, like any president does,
Mm.
he began searching for cabinet members,
Mm-hmm.
one of which was named
Shut up.
Leif Pence.
What? What was his first name?
Leif.
Leif.
L-A-F-E. Mind blown, right? Spooky head foil wrappings are needed here, my boy.
I think I might just eject myself from the
I know.
planet.
It's weird, isn't it?
What? I am genuinely stunned.
Now, right, we have to take a brief side journey
Okay.
because this
Okay.
story, it's got many sides. So we need to take a bit of a side journey.
Yeah.
Now, are you ready to make a spooky
Rubber
sandwich
hands.
stacked perfectly before caressing your paranormal taste buds? Nikola Tesla.
Yes.
You know him?
I know him.
You know him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, mixing a mean
He
cappuccino.
does. Tell the people his claim.
There's many claims. He was a great inventor.
There you go. Just people who don't know him, that's all.
Right. Oh, yeah, he was an inventor. Yeah, he
Well,
was
that's a
great.
wonderful sciencey man
Yeah.
doing all experiments.
Sciencey man. Whittled him down to sciencey man.
And by chance,
Yes.
another New Yorker at the time.
He was.
Mm.
Yes.
He did. He came over to the wonderful of New York. The wonderful of
The wonderful of New York. It's a famous
Yes.
borough in New York. Wonderful.
In the year 1895,
Yes.
on March 13th, a reporter came across Tesla sitting in a cafe looking shaken. Okay, not still.
Yeah.
The man approached Tesla, who obviously presumed the man wanted an interview. Tesla looked up and said,
Yeah.
"I'm afraid that you won't find me a pleasant companion tonight. The fact is, I was almost killed today." The reporter sat with Tesla and proceeded to ask what happened. Tesla told him, "My most recent experiment suffered a malfunction. I was struck..."
I don't think it was British,
No,
but okay.
that's how he sounded. I've
Oh,
looked
okay.
it up.
Right,
okay?
right, fine.
Yes.
Okay.
I was struck with a particularly strong electromagnetic charge, where I saw not only the present, but the past and the future simultaneously. Yeah.
Jesus, we had Raven.
I remained trapped in the energy field and was only saved when my assistant turned off the current to my machine.
Hold on, Professor, I'll save you.
Thank you, dear boy.
I'm living
Yeah.
for this accent.
I know, it's good, isn't it?
Oh, it's brilliant.
Well, he was actually... Where is he?
Eastern European.
Yeah,
Right, I think it was like Hungarian, maybe.
something like that, yeah. He did have an accent.
I'll shoot a goog.
Shoot me a goog. So, Tesla was known for many unusual experiments, including a death ray,
Yes.
which I don't think we ever
Serbian.
got to see. Serbian, was it? Okay, right, so Eastern European. And now, when Tesla himself passed away from a blood clot in 1943, even though he was by that point a full American citizen, all of his assets, all of his assets, sorry, I read ass and was like, yes! All of his assets and effects relating to his work were seized by the Office of Alien Property and claimed all rights to ownership. Emphasis on the alien property.
I'm not supposed to read your highlights.
Yes.
Yeah. Emphasis this bit.
Emphasis this bit. Due to the complex nature of many of Tesla's projects, an expert in engineering was called in from MIT to examine the assets. His name was John G. Trump.
Oh no.
The uncle of the now president of the US of A.
Shut up.
I know.
So hold on. So wait, Tesla said that he was injured in a malfunction of one of his experiments,
Yeah.
and during his electrical shock charge.
So allegedly he was working on a time machine.
Did he say that?
That's what's in
Right.
in the,
Okay.
in the
Okay.
myths.
Well, yeah. And he saw the past, present, and the future.
All at once.
And do you reckon like they found that out?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm spooked.
I know. He's doing a spoop.
I don't like
I know.
it. Because it just means... Oh, carry on.
So don't worry. So Don himself, regarding his uncle, has left a few quotes.
Right, okay.
Because he spoke a lot about his uncle, apparently.
Yeah. That's all he does is talk.
Yeah. I had an uncle who was a great professor for, and I believe, 40 years at MIT. And I used to discuss nuclear with him all the time. I have quotes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. He was a great expert. He was great, brilliant genius, great Dr. John Trump at MIT.
Brilliant.
Great. He was a great man.
You got to do the finger motion as well.
I think he was there 40 years. I was told, in fact, the head of MIT sent me a book on my uncle, but we used to talk about nuclear. His sentences don't make sense. I'm sorry, these are quotes, and this is what it says. You're talking about a very complex subject. Like, it's not just like, oh, gee, let's get rid of nukes. Take from that what you will. So, according to MIT, Professor John Trump focused on high voltage phenomena, electron acceleration, and the interaction of radiation with living and non-living matter.
Yeah.
Which that's like quite an unusual subject.
He was a bonkers old man.
Yeah.
Well, not old, but you know.
So it
bonkers
seems
man.
like this guy would want to get his teeth straight into Tesla's work. Like he'd want to know. You feel like he'd be wanting to experiment with it. But after deliberation, John Trump wrote a report concluding that none of Tesla's work was even nearly viable and there was no threat to the USA. And after that, the machine was never heard from.
It's great.
Never seen again. I know.
It's convenient.
It's very convenient. So what are your thoughts? Tell me some stuff.
I don't like it.
No, it's weird.
I don't like
It's
it.
a weird
So you're telling me, right, there's this guy
Uh-huh.
that wrote some books.
Yep.
Allegedly fairy tales. I'm going to err on the side of they are definitely fairy tales. About this boy who goes to Russia, finds a portal based on a manuscript that he read that was written by a guy called Trump.
Called Don.
Sorry. And he was called Baron.
Which is Donald Trump's son.
Yeah.
Not the same son, but yeah, it could be.
And outside of this, also Nikola Tesla. I always want to call him Telsa. Nikola Tesla, who named himself after the car company.
Obviously.
Of course, because he travelled forward in time.
That sounds pretty good. It was great.
Yeah. He might have invented a time machine.
Yeah.
Before that, he was a lacrosse player, and he was
like,
Nicholas von Trimplewump. He could have been inventing or working on time travel. John Trump, Johnny Boy,
John
Doggo, J-Dog.
J Trizzle.
J Trizzle. Love it. Oh, also Fifth Ave as well.
Yeah,
Fifth Avenue thing.
Yeah.
What?
I know.
The whole thing.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much things.
Too many fucking threads on this web.
I know.
And it all leads back to the spider's heart of darkness.
Could John have stolen those plans? He could have built the machine from Tesla's designs. He was an engineer, we know that, and he worked in particle acceleration and high voltage phenomena, which was Tesla's area.
That's weird, isn't it? I don't know how I feel about it. Like,
I know.
I'd like to believe I'm a very rational, sort of level-headed kind of approach things with skepticism, and then adjust your opinion based on evidence you see. That's a bit weird, isn't it?
It's a weird one.
I do like to delve into fantasy every now and then.
I know. But this is like, it's come from fantasy that is way too linked to real life. Because this was written in the 1800s, the book.
Yeah.
So there was no inkling of even fucking Donald
It's
Trump.
like the only other time I felt like this is when I started doing research on Mothman prophecies.
Yeah.
Because it all just... And I've read official police reports on that, right?
Maybe you should do that for your next episode.
Well, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe I've already thought about it. Maybe I've already done some research. Who knows? Who knows? You'll find out if you've got a time machine.
Yeah.
Just... Do you know when, like you say, the dots are all just too well connected? And I felt, like I said, I read on the Mothman stuff, I read official police reports, and so you know that's not just some guy's opinion on the internet. That's not just a news article by a journalist who kind of wants to sell a sensational story. These events happened, and it was, there was interviews by the police with people who said, that this Mothman guy about the bridge falling down and stuff, and then it happens, and it kind of gives me the same feeling as that, where my level-headed sort of skeptical mind, you're like, it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, like I have to let go of that because I'm like, I can't come up with a rational explanation.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
I am not going to say on a podcast that we should kill Donald Trump. I am not going to say that. FBI, if you're listening, NSA, CIA, whoever. I am not saying we should kill Donald Trump, but can we keep an eye on him?
Yeah, just watch him closely.
Just because, I don't like this.
No, it's creepy.
It's weird, that. It's so weird.
So if John had built the machine...
I like how we call it just the machine.
The machine. I know. Do you think... Well, John wouldn't have passed through himself.
Would he not?
Because he knows what happened to Tesla.
Yeah.
He knows the report of everything that happened. And that he was stuck in the force field, presumably.
Yeah.
And only John knows how the machine works now.
Yeah.
So only he knows how to switch it off, turn it on, or if anything went wrong. Yeah. So he wouldn't have sent himself through. He would have sent someone he trusts. Like a doting nephew.
Shut up.
Yes.
No.
Wrong, Uncle John.
Uncle John, I know
Said me
things.
instead. I could change the past, the
It
present,
almost
the
sounds
future.
like a really bad F. Kennedy.
I know, yeah, it does. He like blends through
It does,
it.
yeah.
So perhaps Trump was sent back. And when he did, maybe he met Ingersoll Lockwood after one of his lacrosse games. And we know that Trump like boasts and fucking stories and claims at every chance he gets.
Yeah.
So he could have mentioned his son to Lockwood. And then Lockwood then used that inspiration to write the book and base the character Baron on the dad that he met when he travelled back in time.
I don't like it.
That might explain the way he acts, like he does without any cares. Like maybe he already knows the future.
Yeah, like he knows exactly what's
Yeah.
going to happen.
Exactly.
Shit.
Maybe acting the way that Donald Trump does is the only way to ensure that the future works out correctly.
For him.
Or for
Providing
the world.
he's doing it for,
Exactly.
he's either doing it for the betterment of humanity
Or
his own
for
pockets.
himself.
Yeah.
His own podcast.
Yeah, he's got a podcast.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Trumpcast.
Yeah, the D-Trizzle
Yeah, Drizzle.
Pod Dizzle.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
for his own pockets.
Pockets is always up. And I mean, like, if he acts a certain way and everything went wrong, if he's got the time machine, he could just go back and change it anyway.
And we wouldn't even know.
No. Be none the wiser, none the richer.
Well, it depends. I suppose it depends. I know this is spooky burrito, but going sciencey for a second, it depends on the type of time travel. Because
Yeah.
it could be that it's time travel that alters the universe line or the timeline that it takes part in. So it
Or
literally
just
changes.
it flips over to the next timeline.
Yeah, so we wouldn't notice that change.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm kind of a bit flabbergasted by all that.
I know, it's weirdly connected.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna do this. Is me not getting any sleep tonight.
No,
I've got
no.
a friend coming over for a few days,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna have to stick him in. I don't know, stick him somewhere. I need to go into my bedroom for a few days, do some research.
I'm going to read some stuff. I'll send you the post that I read.
Send it,
through
yeah,
this.
yeah. Do. I feel like we should do a diagram of this.
I know, like link it all together. It'd be like the Charlie meme, you know, from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where it's like the big wall of like string and paper.
Yeah, we should do that. We should do that.
I mean, maybe
Donny Boy.
Yeah, maybe Donny Boy's lived the life so many times that now he just no longer cares what happens.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's why he's so just like.
It does feel a bit like Steins Gate. Have you ever watched Steins Gate?
No.
You should. It's really good. That's a bit timey-wimey and stuff. Yeah,
That's fine. I don't mind a bit of time traps.
Yeah. It's Japanese anime based on this professor,
Right.
who's kind of just trying to invent time machines. You know, because you do.
Mm-hmm.
He's convinced he can do it, but he's kind of like an amateur. He doesn't really, he's not really
Yeah.
got any sort of science credibility. But he sort of stumbles on this stuff, and it all starts to escalate, and then actions have consequences, and things like
I'll
that.
check it
So
out. Yeah,
it's really cool. It's really cool. Yeah, Steins Gate. It's on Netflix as well.
Okay.
So,
Oh, good. Right. Okay. It makes it easy for me to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, this whole thing reading through it all made me feel a little unnerved.
Well, I feel like I'm slightly out of control now.
Yeah.
Do you know? Because if one person has all of that power to just at their will, I mean, obviously, I don't actually think that is possibly true, but it is really suspect. It's really strange.
Yeah.
It's really sexy to think that that's could happen. But if somebody did have all that power, as an ordinary citizen, your life is kind of pointless.
Wow, don't drop that on the listeners.
Well,
Fucking
no,
hell.
but do you know what I mean? Like, everybody lives with a purpose of agency, or a sense of agency, that they're in control of their life, that they can do whatever they want. They can be that big guy and stuff. But with somebody with that kind of power, they could just snap the fingers.
I know, yeah. The weird thing is that like Trump really showed no agency of himself to be president until Barack Obama showed him up at that. There was a meal.
Yeah.
He said, there's one thing I am that you never will be, president. And then everyone laughed at him, and then the camera went on to Trump, and you saw him sort of boiling under his own sweat.
Yeah, it was the press ball, I think.
Yeah, only after that point did he really like strive to become president. But if he'd had the time machine by that point anyway, then
what it looks like.
I don't know. He could have just gone through it and changed some stuff to make sure that he became president. But then again, actually, in Lockwood's book, it does say that he wasn't predicted to be president. The guy who got elected.
I'm also slightly worried about the title of that book.
That's what I was going to get onto next.
Oh,
the last president.
Okay.
No, that just that point.
Right. Yeah.
That's a worry.
Not really. I mean, if it's going to be more of that, then maybe the Queen takes back over. Like,
it all becomes England.
Like we lose Scotland because of the Brexit result. They go
American.
independent, and we go, fuck it, we'll get America back. Like, start putting U's back in all their words, like colour.
And you're like colour. Like Trump could be his own prophecy,
It could be.
or worse, the Antichrist.
Yes. Well, all you have to do is throw him at Christ and annihilate each other.
They do,
That's
like
it.
antimatter.
Opposites. And, antimatter.
Well, his mother's name is Mary, and his father's middle name is Christ.
Shut.
Not even joking. Not even joking.
No, I'm ending this podcast.
And the worst thing...
stop it. You're going to get us killed.
He was born on a blood moon.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, listeners, for swearing, but...
And that, my friend, is the story of Donald Trump, the time traveler.
You can't end it like that.
I'm
not... No. So wait, he was born on a blood moon.
Yeah.
His mother's name was Mary.
Yeah.
And his father's middle name...
is Christ.
I'm done.
That's
Checked
it.
out.
Leaving.
Done.
It's going.
I'm trying to work out now if Donald has a connection to the word Damien.
Maybe. I want to search if it's got any like...
I don't know. I don't think it does.
If you do type Donald Damien, it does kind of come up with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, the Antichrist. Donald Trump's son looks like Damien. The omen is here.
I'm not surprised.
What if it's all about Barron and it's not even about Donald Trump? What if it's like to ensure that Barron Trump...
Just look up for a second. Barron's full name. Because he'll have a middle name, won't he?
Didn't you say it was William? Baron William Trump. Born 20th of March 2006. He's 13 years old. Born in Manhattan.
20th of March.
And there's a picture there where he looks a bit evil.
He does.
Some shady eyes.
He does. That's where we'd play the Omen music.
Yeah.
Oh, scary. I don't like this. I feel like I'm going to die now. I feel like you've probably uncovered something that we've now got secret knowledge.
I know.
Forbidden knowledge. No. Amazing. He's looking at pictures of the Damien child from the film Omen.
Yeah, someone's photoshopped him, into a shot with the family.
Do you remember, sticking with the spooky theme, do you remember in the late 90s, early 2000s, he had the whole sort of Nostradamus fear?
Yes, yeah. The Girls at Night guys did an episode about him last week.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was a fascinating character.
Yeah, he was. He was very interesting. He had a lot of theories that did come true, didn't they?
Yeah.
Some were changed to be more appropriate.
Yeah.
Like the Twin Towers
it was more in my opinion. Sorry, Guys at Night, guys. I'm sure you did a great job in like talking about him and explaining his theories and stuff like this. He had a lot that kind of missed the mark. A lot of it missed the mark, and he came up with hundreds and hundreds of different predictions and things. And if you get one or two of them right, they go, see? He's a magic man.
Yeah, he's a magic man.
He's a magic man. Look at him go.
Casting the future. So it's like if you make enough claims, just writing gibberish over and over again, eventually one of them will be right.
Yeah. Like if you get an infinite number of monkeys in
that's what I was going to say. It's like just math, isn't it?
And also the interpretation of, like, you find a couple that seem pretty, like, they'd fit. And that's kind of confirmation bias, the famous psychological thing of confirmation bias. You look for evidence that backs up your idea. So the idea is he's a predictor of the future. And you look for evidence within his work of that. And then when you get that confirmed, you then start bending real events. And the other thing is, as time goes on further, there is more things that he could potentially have got right. He only has to say, like, oh, one day there's going to be a president who slips over and breaks his neck. And then, you've got all of the future.
Is that how he sounded?
That is how he sounded, yes.
My name is Nostradamus.
Nostradamus, actually.
Nostradamus.
Yeah, we don't pronounce the S. Thank you very much. But people call me Albert. Albert Nostradamus. I definitely should be a lacrosse player. Yeah, you've got all of the future then, just for wait till that happen.
Yeah, I suppose
you only have to be right once. So, I don't know, I was a bit wishy-washy about Nostradamus, but he was a cool character. Allegedly, he did invent the cure for the plague.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he came up with what the cure was in one of his visions.
Oh, right.
Don't know why I said it like that. Visions. Yeah. But, yeah, so he was cool. Well, that was a good story.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
I don't like it.
No, I had a good time going through it. It was fun.
No, I don't. Well, this has been a great podcast. I've enjoyed these 13 episodes. You tell me on the 13th episode as well.
I know.
We're going to die. I'm convinced.
This is it.
I'm actually convinced that you're going to get the FBI on us. It's not good.
Should I cheer you up with some Yahoo Answers?
Yeah, do.
Yeah, get you back on the level.
I do like my Yahoo Answers.
The first one is called the gay test.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with this.
I thought you might like this.
Yeah, I know this.
How can I test if my son is gay? I'm worried my son might be gay. I want to get him checked.
What?
Isn't it possible to get a hormone check, a vocal cord check? Can't a doctor indicate if he's gay or not? My son has almost no muscles and very narrow shoulders.
What?
He also has blue eyes.
Oh, of course. He's a White Walker.
Yeah.
All White Walkers were gay.
He talks in a very high voice, and while he sings, he sounds like a castrato. He tells me his voice is called tenor. How can I test if my son is gay? Top answer?
Yeah, go on.
There is a really simple test you can do at home. Get some vinegar and get some baking soda. Then make a big clay volcano, and then while this is erupting, if your son is sucking a dick, then he's gay.
Amazing. Glorious. I mean, that is true.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think I know that theory.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
what
That's how
my
you
mother-
tried, right?
Yeah, that's how my mother did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Just ask him. Wow.
Question 2. Is the Hunger Games based on a true story? I was watching the Hunger Games. Is it true? Like, did it happen with the Nazis after World War II?
Eh?
I know, that was actually a poem, unintentionally, I guess. Best answer by Asker.
No, wait, hold on. Does this... No, wait, before you say the answer. Yeah. I'm really confused about the question, let alone want to know the answer. Has this person got Hunger Games, or do they want another film? Because it doesn't have anything to do with after World War II and the Nazis.
No, I know. I think they're just thinking it might have happened in the past. God knows. So Asker said, not World War II. This actually happened right after the Pilgrims came to America. They took over the land and forced the Native Americans to participate in the Hunger Games. The reason why Pocahontas is so famous is because she was the winner of the first Hunger Games.
Ah, yeah, of course, yes.
Then the actual Asker replied, thanks, I was wondering why people were lying.
What? I wondered why people were lying.
But thanks, this happens and explains a lot.
I do love a good explanation.
Yes, me too, me too.
Wow.
Yeah.
It scares me that these people can vote.
1 second, sorry. I'm just reading this one. Okay.
Hurry up, I've got a volcano to make. I think the mate might be gay.
What is Cantre, Canada all about?
I'm going to try and translate that.
Yes.
What is the country Canada all about?
I live in Texas.
I live in Texas.
I always hear about Canada on a TV screen. I'm just wondering what they speak there and where that country is.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh, at least polite.
Yeah.
We like that. I mean, it's a good question. It has a beginning, middle, and end.
Yes. Additional details.
Oh.
He's left on the bottom.
Oh, okay. He's added more.
No. Sorry, all capitals. No. I men are Canada people nice. Do they look like Americans?
What?
No idea.
Okay. Oh dear.
Can I tell by the smell of my husband's gas if he is being cheating?
What? I'm hoping she's on about butt gas, not like car gas. Or...
Yeah, no, it's definitely butt
She
gas.
goes up to his car, starts smelling the petrol.
Hubs usually has his own smell.
Hubs. Oh, bless.
The family always knows when he passed gas, even if he tries to be funny and blame it on the dog. Lately, he's been to work late a few times, and each time he comes home when his gas has smelt unlike anything I've ever smelled from him. Maybe he had Thai food or something. He says,
Do you know what?
What?
I'm kind of...
I think it might be. I think this might be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of got logic to that. Well, I think there might be on something there. Because if you think about it, right? Say you're at home, you're happily married, 2 kids, a car, a job, whatever. And you get into that nice rut of a comfortable relationship, a comfortable life. You eat the same food day in, day out, you become used to these things. It happens, and it's nice, it's bliss, it's content.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, Blondie McGee walks past, giving you the eye, the old winky winks.
Yeah.
I have no idea how straight people breed or mate or do whatever they do. I know. Go down, rub elbows, and the baby appears.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, you're the expert, not me. So anyway, a lady walks past and says, "I would like to mate you."
Yeah.
They're quite direct.
Looks
like
you
that,
right in the eyes.
Yeah. Like, no, that bit between the eyes. She stares at that bit.
That's really scary.
It's like, So they go away and make sweet, sweet, gross love. But she's also feeding him, So the diet changes. Like, he's used to, pot roast. I think that's what Americans eat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pot roast.
And
Pot roast and biscuits.
What's the meatloaf?
Meatloaf. It's just called meatloaf, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's because I realised what it was called halfway through saying what I was saying.
You just said, what's the meatloaf? I was like, meatloaf?
Hey, guys.
What's the meatloaf?
What's the meatloaf?
Meat.
To be fair, I don't really know what meatloaf is. I've never tasted it.
It's meat and bread, basically.
You don't get it over here. It sounds weird to me.
I've made it loads of times.
Yeah.
It's nice, yeah. Actually, shout out to Morrison's. They do they used to, years ago. Really good meatloaf.
Really?
Yeah, really good. On the deli counter for like $2.
$2.
$2. So like £2.50 over here. I'm going to show you, but like an ingot.
An ingot?
An ingot of meatloaf. But yeah, so if you're eating some different food, that's gonna mess up your old stink trumpet.
Yeah, you're right. I suppose you're right.
A little bit. So I think Gwyn's on something there.
Yeah.
You hunt him down, the dirty cheater.
Yeah, do it. Get on him, Gwyn.
Smack him on the wham.
Do you think this is Gwyn from Dark Souls?
Could be. Oh, that would explain a lot.
His half-dragon children.
Yep.
Spooky. Should
Spooky.
we get onto some new plays?
Yeah.
Things that we've watched and played to recommend to you.
Yeah.
I've
got none.
It's alright, don't worry. I've been playing a game called Wargroove.
Wargroove.
Yes.
Now this sounds interesting.
It is. It's cool. It's not the usual kind of game I play. It's a turn-based strategy war game in a pixel art style.
Okay.
with really nice like animated cutscenes, and it's almost like almost like. So you start with a little castle, which is like a barracks.
Okay.
And you train.
What
your
era
troops.
is this set in?
It's like medieval.
Right.
So it's got like magic and.
Please tell me you can get a trebuchet.
You can. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
and they're
love
really good.
trebuchets.
I'll show you the art style while I'm chatting.
Yes, do. Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
What are adverts these days?
No.
I can't believe she did this
I
thing.
know. So that's the cover.
Oh, that's
With
cool.
art.
Nice, like very comic style, cell shaded.
So you've got towns that you can
nice.
capture. So
Is this the map? Am I looking at
that's
the map
like
here?
a level, yeah.
So there's like an orthographic top-down
Yeah.
sort of Zelda-style world map.
Yeah. So
And then I'm guessing it zooms in.
no, this is actually that's the combat.
Right.
So
okay.
you have. So you start the game and you
Yep.
start with your castle,
I like the
which
trees.
you can see here, and then you'll have a commander, which is one of the main characters, which is the girl holding the sword up in the air there.
That majestic
Yeah,
sword with
that's
those two beautiful
Mercia.
wings off it.
That's when you heal everyone. That's one of her spells.
Oh.
Then you have a barracks, which are these ones.
Yeah.
So those ones,
Yeah.
every turn, you can spend your gold and you can train a certain troop, which obviously costs a different amount depending
Yeah.
on what you are.
Yeah.
So you can have spearmen, you can
Okay.
have like little mages, you can have
It's almost a bit like
sword
Tower Defense
fighters.
meets League of Legends.
Kind of,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And then when you capture towns, the more towns that you hold, you get an extra 100 gold per turn. So if you have 4 towns and you start your turn, you get 400 gold to then spend on soldiers.
Oh,
Yeah. Then you can get carts to put them in and drive them around quicker.
cool.
So the enemy comes from one side, you come from the other, and then it's turn-based.
Yeah.
And you have different troops are effective against different enemies, and they'll
Yeah.
have different buffs depending on that.
It kind of reminds me of a minigame from Final Fantasy VII.
Really?
Yeah, there's a minigame where you have to take over this reactor.
Oh, I think I saw about this the other day.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
funny. It's kind of cute.
Yeah.
That's a bit similar. Like you've got multiple channels you can go up and
Mhm.
stuff, and it's a well-trodden path. That's the one that came to my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, there's different maps as well.
Yeah, it is all sorts. You play across a huge country.
Oh, okay.
There you go. So
That kind of looks really cool. Ah, right. Yeah. So that's like an overworld map.
you
right,
have got
I
an overworld,
see.
and you zoom into
I
each little
see.
place, and your player is a different commander.
That looks like a
using-
level out of Mario.
It
That
does.
looks like a World 3, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, it does.
Super Mario Brothers.
With that music.
Boom!
Yes. There you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing recently, and it's just
Cool.
I've been getting up early again. I keep waking up at 5, so I just keep getting up,
Rim.
and then I make myself a nice big pot of Crow Rook and Raven coffee.
Yes. I need a bigger mug. I've decided I
Yeah.
need a bigger mug.
We'll get you a bigger mug,
Yeah, let's get a bigger mug.
Yeah.
Because I used to have like really tiny cups.
tiny cups.
But because I work from home most of the time,
Mhm.
I'm now finding myself wearing my carpet thin because I'm up downstairs,
Yeah,
up downstairs, making brews all the time.
Let's get a kettle upstairs.
I was thinking about that, but then I was thinking kettle near me, work equipment.
That's next to a computer. That's always dangerous. Yeah.
Like, well, if I damage any of that, my big boss man is not gonna be happy.
No.
Oh, that's cute. What's that?
These are just some of the other characters.
Nice, cool. It looks quite Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
Some of the animation on it and stuff.
Yeah, the intro animation I actually thought was done by Aaron and by the Game Grumps because it's his style of animation.
Yeah.
But I don't think it is. I've been trying to find out who
Okay.
actually is the animator, but I can't
Oh,
find it.
Wargroove. I'll have to check it out. Where is it? Where can I get it?
I got it on Xbox.
Okay.
Well, I presume you can get it on Steam.
Well, you
Should
can get it
be
on
available.
Switch.
You can get it on the Switch. Maybe get it on the Switch. That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
They're doing well at the moment on Switch.
Yeah.
They're getting so many new games.
Because this, I think it'd work really well portable because it's such like
Mm.
a nice. If you sat on the train or something, you put your headphones in.
Yeah.
And just sit playing it because it's very like. You have to really strategize how you're going to work it because each obviously
Strategize. Is that a word?
strategize. Yeah, it is.
Is that a word?
Strategize is a word.
I'm looking at you suspiciously, right in between the eyes. I'm gonna make you.
Yeah, I'm going to make you so hard. No, the way you have to sort of work around where your units
doggo.
can move. Yeah, you've got a doggo as well.
I love doggos.
He inspires. His special moves inspire.
Dogs always inspire because they're the
Inspirational doggo.
best boys.
Yeah, man. Best boys.
All the treats.
Yeah, he's like a white Labrador. He's really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to work out how far your units can move, how far they can attack.
Yeah.
They've got different buffs, like I said. So if you've got like a line
What
of
did you call
spearmen,
He's a right buff.
yeah, he's a right buff. If you've got a line of pike guys,
Yeah.
pikemans,
Yeah.
they boost each other's attack because you've got like a line.
Yeah.
And they're good against horses.
Yeah.
And you can do archers, and they do more damage if you don't have to move to attack someone. If you can kill them by standing still, you'll do 50% more damage. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
But just get it. It's really, really cool. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, I will do. What's the price? What we talking?
I don't know. I actually got it on the Game Pass again.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like the Game Pass is worth money.
The Game Pass is so far. I think I've mentioned it on every episode because I keep getting my games from there, and it's
Definitely not sponsored.
No, definitely not.
Wish
sponsored.
it was. Feel free to.
Yeah. No, we want to keep the sponsor free.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
I want to keep sponsor free. We've now got Patreon.
We do have Patreon.
And we now have Patreon subscribers. And that was the reason I wanted to start the Patreon, was to keep the episodes without adverts.
Yeah.
Because it just means the content so much now. I don't want to be going,
And now, word from all you can buy these beds. Get your toothbrush.
I don't want to fucking... You guys don't want to hear that. We don't want to talk shit.
Yeah.
I'd rather, if you're enjoying the episodes...
But I don't mind, like, say, a few people I follow on YouTube or podcasts or whatever. Like, you see a group of particular sponsors. So you'll see NordVPN's quite a common one.
Yeah, I've
heard
about
some
that,
really interesting things about NordVPN, actually.
Yes, yeah.
Which I'll come on to in a minute. This is completely not really related to what we usually talk about, but I will come on to it.
Wargroove's $15.99.
$15.99.
Yeah.
And that's shekels.
Schmeckles.
Ah, the new currency.
Yes.
Well, it will be after the war. Yeah, but you'll get like Squarespace, you'll get like NordVPN, Patreon, like Alex French Guy Cooking, because I'm massive into my food bloggers.
Yeah.
'Cause I love my food. Did you know, by the way, quick fact, elephants can spend up to 18 hours a day eating.
Yeah.
Think I might be an
Almost
elephant.
as much as me.
Yeah, think I might be an elephant.
Yeah.
So he's got his own Patreon and stuff, which I've subscribed to. He's a great guy. Alex French Guy Cooking, check him out. He's amazing. If you like your food or enjoy being around food, cooking food, preparing food, eating food like everybody does, check him out. He's really good. I always talk about him because I want to marry him. But he's got a
Wants a
Patreon.
French guy to cook for him, that's all it is.
He's got fabulous hair as well. I always find it interesting that you get the similar types of sponsors.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. But anyway, yes, we've got our Patreon now, and we've got three.
We've got three
Patreons,
I know.
subscribers.
In the first
what do
week
we call
of launching it.
Patrons?
Patrons.
BurritoFam.
Actually, yeah, all
Just
three of
Burrito
these are at the middle level, which is BurritoFam.
Yeah.
So we have...
Well, burritos.
Burritos.
We're all burrito babes.
Yeah, we got Burrito
wonderful
Front,
people.
where you can get your stickers and access to all of our bonus episodes.
Yeah.
You get access to the Discord server and private Reddit. Where you can discuss all the different things.
Yeah.
All the different
And a
new
look
games
at
you're
Harrison's boxes.
playing. You can have a look at my boxes.
Yeah.
Send you a personal pic.
Yeah.
I'm not
Slide
serious.
right into those DMs.
And we have Burrito Fam, which is the middle post,
We
which is $5 a month.
Yeah.
That gets you an official burrito enamel badge that we've had specially made.
Yes,
that we've
glorious.
designed, which are really,
So
really
shiny.
cool. They'll be in production this week, hopefully, ready to send out.
I'm a fan of the badge.
And it also gives you all of the previous, so you get everything from the lower tier as well.
Yeah.
You can give your thoughts on what you'd like to hear on the new episodes.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
Chip in.
And then our final tier, we've set up a $20 tier.
Yep.
Which is Burrito Lord, Bringer of the Guac.
Yes.
Which will get
Does
you
love the guac.
a Grief Burrito t-shirt, which I will design personally.
Yep.
And I will also draw you as your own burrito, which I will send out.
And we will even put an option in for me to lick it.
Yeah, he will lick it before we send it out.
Lick it if you want.
Don't know how he's going to lick data, but we'll see.
The t-shirt.
Oh, the t-shirt. Oh, okay. I thought you meant the drawing. And I'm actually thinking about doing a new thing where I've been making some 8-bit music the past couple of days.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about making each person who does the top tier their own personal 8-bit
Theme
soundtrack.
tune.
Yeah, like their own theme tune.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because
I
I'm a
might
musician
subscribe.
as well, so yeah, I feel like it might be a cool little thing.
Very cool. Yeah.
So we'll see what I can do with that.
Yeah.
So and it's quite in depth the way I've been doing it, because you can do all different
Faces
sections.
in depth.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Very 3D.
Thank you.
Don't like it.
Use that shaping sculpt.
It's like 80p in British money.
Yeah, and that'll get you all those bonus stuffs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And speaking of the Patreon, I want to give a shout out to Jordan Shenton,
Yep.
as
Legend.
he is our monthly subscribe. So it's
Can I
his
just
shout
give them
out.
all like Lord names, like
Lord
Lord
name.
John
Well,
Shelton.
You remember when I was digging up the moles out of the garden?
Yes,
I was
sorry,
helping
yeah,
with
yeah.
the moles at my granddad's golf course.
Yeah.
Jordan's the man who placed the moles. He put those moles in.
Did he?
He's a scoundrel.
He is a
And
scoundrel.
a fiend.
Scoundrel and a had. A cad.
A cad. You're a scoundrel and a cad. So thank you, Jordan. Thank you for
Yeah.
subscribing.
The man who placed the moles.
The man who placed the moles.
Yeah.
The man who
That's
placed
what he tells the
moles.
ladies. That's how he gets the ladies.
Yeah. So thank you for
Yep.
this episode, Jordan. This one goes out to you.
Yep.
And that is all we have for today.
Well, I've got a little bit of news. Just to watch out for the new Picard Star Trek.
Oh,
show.
yes. We have that,
Yes.
don't we?
He's back.
He's back. When have we got a release date for that yet?
I don't know.
That was a
Did
really...
you hear that dramatic pause
Yeah.
there? See,
I'm
I've been
gonna-
working on my enunciation.
See, I'm going to cut that sentence. And it'll just sound
No!
normal.
Well, then I'm just going to spend the next few podcasts just talking.
Like, no, it gives me so much work.
Then be nice.
Right.
We've also got the It 2 trailer.
We do, yeah. Can't wait for that. Which has also been remade in Lego.
Good.
Yeah.
Because everything needs to be Lego.
Yeah. And
well, why?
Oh, you can now get a Stranger Things Lego set.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Which I'd like to get. That goes in with the spookiness. Because I'm very excited for season 3.
I watched it again last night.
Did you?
No, was it last night? Friday night.
With Jamie?
Friday night. Yeah.
He said,
I have a friend, Jamie,
Yeah, he said he didn't find it scary.
Yeah.
It's not. Scary. I don't find it particularly scary, but it's a good film.
I think he was set up to
expect it to be really scary.
Yeah, he was approaching it from the wrong angle. I think he went from slightly behind.
Yeah, it was just he should have gone from the screen.
Perpendicular. Yeah, he was sat on top of the TV.
Jamie, that's not how you watch a TV.
And he's just like meow, licking himself.
Yeah,
he is catkin.
Yeah,
yeah. So he didn't find it too
spooky.
Impressive. I think because he was expecting one thing and it was another.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I love it.
It was a good film. I liked it.
I went on a mad Wikipedia binge after it because I just started reading about the mythology behind.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to finding out. Yeah, I'm trying not to do too much diving because I want to be.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? Weirdly, I didn't actually find out too much.
I don't think much is sort of given away.
Yeah, I don't think Stephen King has really ever said much on the matter, but he's always said it's in the same universe as all the other books.
I like that.
There's always, so it's in the same one as Shawshank Redemption. Yeah. It's in The Shining.
There was an interesting theory that I read about The Shining that Pennywise might have been in the hotel.
Oh.
So he might have been something that's... Because it's something about the ground that the hotel's built on that is affecting the hotel. Yeah. And we know that Pennywise's thing is underground.
We definitely should do an episode of the
Stanley Hotel.
Stanley Hotel.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that hotel. I've read so much about that place.
Yeah,
I really want to go.
Yeah.
Shut down now, isn't it?
No, you can stay there still. You can go, yeah.
I think it was shut down for a while.
And the rumours were that you weren't allowed to stay in room 237.
Oh,
but you are actually allowed. You can request it and you can stay in that room if you like. Maybe we'll go over to America and go stay there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's leave it on that thought, shall we?
Yes.
We'll see you
fun.
On episode 14.
I'm going to go and hide from the FBI after that spooky burrito.
Yes, I know. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hello everyone, Harrison again. I just want to say thank you for listening to episode 3 of the Spooky Burrito Podcast. We'll be back next week with episode 14, where our normal gaming programming shall return. Remember, if you can leave us a bit of a review or a like or anything you can on any of our socials, you can find us at Grief Burrito, and if you want to message us, want to tell us something to do, you can find us at griefburrito@gmail.com. You can now find us on Patreon too if you want to become a subscriber, and we'll give you a shout out and all those rewards you can get a hold for yourself. So if you stay tuned now, you'll hear one of my 8-bit songs which I've been making for people. Enjoy. We'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye.